Good day. Uh, this is my first video about my ideas regarding the website I am doing, or the blog site I am doing. Regarding the site of the blog site is the World Wide Web, the new book dash art of life .blogspot.com. So I will not elaborate much of my book. This is for free for everyone to read, but please, I'm not perfect, I'm not human, I'm only human. So please bear with me if some of the contents of that website has different interpretation among all of us. My purpose is just to save mankind, wherein I want to end battles around the world and wars around the world. Okay? So the problem of our environment is that we are already depleting of resources. So what can we do if we will slow down the depleting of our resources? What can we do? The thing is, we will have to slowly develop the alternative power of making devices or any gadgets in our house, in any of our appliances. Or for example, there is solar energy, aero energy, water energy. Okay, now these things are a source of power wherein we can use to run machines. Now I will tell you, okay, before cell phones before so much big, or computers before is like a size of the room. So what can we do if we can make it much smaller? For example, the computers right now, the IT technology right now, cell phones, computers are becoming smaller and smaller. So the thing is, if we can do that, but it's so much functional compared to the cell phones before. It has so many functions. Right now, these cell phones right now are so much small, wherein it is not like a computer 50 years before. Come on, analyze, okay? Before, it is called halo crusher, wherein like, for example, Alcatel, Nokia, those things have limited capability. Right now, there are so many technology right now that is helping us to make it so comfortable on using those devices. Another one. Before, batteries before can only last 2 hours or 3 hours of use, or if it is on standby, it can only last for around 3 hours. Compared right now, the batteries right now of all those cell phones can last for around maybe 3 days or 5 days if we can develop a battery that can last in one charging, whether solar, wind energy, water energy, or any fossil fuel, even fossil fuel. If we can charge a battery like that, we can slow down the destruction of Earth. So we are using fossil fuel. So how can you lessen the consumption of fossil fuel? By what? By not depending on so much fossil fuel which we got in other parts of the country, especially in the Middle East. Just slow down the use of fossil fuel because of these batteries. Like for example, the lithium ion compared to the batteries before. I again reiterate, if we can develop a battery that can last 20 months or maybe 20 days or 30 days, so we can save energy of not using fossil fuel anymore. Now, this fossil fuel can destroy our environment. So if we can make a solar panel that can give much power to that lithium ion, that can charge that lithium ion, what will it be? So maybe fossil fuel will be already be deactivated, or maybe not used already. So we can save our environment. Okay? These things like the use of solar panel, if we can maximize the use of this solar power equipment, wind, aero, and also the water power. Please understand develop a battery that can last for 20 days with only one charging. Compare the battery before, it's so much big. Right now the battery is just the size of like a candy bar. So that's it. That's the solution. Now, I have something to ask you. For example, 500 or 1,000 years from now, Earth will be dead already. So what can we do about that? What can we do about that? The proper thing to do with that problem is, for example, the International National Association of Scientists and Engineers Academy, which is located in the Philippines. Now, if all of us around the globe will help each other to prevent the slow death of our Earth, our Mother Earth. For example, thousands of years from now, wherein maybe scientists can predict, according to statistics and probability, that's the thing. Even if we have still 1,000 years from now, please develop this technology wherein we can, let's not be a sitting duck. Wherein we wait for a bullet. Okay, please understand. We are not a sitting duck. So the thing is, all the scientists and engineers must, must design or architect a technology wherein it can explore other Earths, other planets like Earths, okay? Now, this thing right now, that the space exploration that we can do, we can also use this, what I'm reiterating a moment ago. Okay? If we lessen the use of energy, okay, here, again, how can you make the energy using fossil fuel or lithium ion? Let's go back to what I'm telling a moment ago. Like for example, how can we convert 220 volts to 6 volts? Like a adapter battery. Do you understand? How can we convert 110 volts to 220 volts? So maybe if we just use 6 volts and 6 volts power coming from Meralco or any power grid which is a sub company of this Meralco, they will just output 6 volts into our houses, and then it can be converted into 220 volts. Amplify. That's the thing. Amplify this. Like for example, the megaphone, what else? The megaphone, also the what do you call that? Megaphone, also the microphone, also the amplifier of a sound system, also like the magnifying glass, wherein if you put that in a certain writing or article, you can see like the eyeglasses, wherein if you already your eyes is already having a problem, you can still read because it amplify the power of that lens to the battery or to the what you are reading. Do you understand? Amplify. So, the strength of a battery which can last for 3 days and then amplify it, damn, god damn, we can save much energy and maybe triple the saving of our natural resources. So that's it. Imagine 220 volts can be converted to 6 volts or 12 volts or 24 volts or ultra volts or ultraviolet volts. Come on. That's the thing I want to emphasize. These are just ideas of mine, which just an idea. I hope you understand. I'm not a scientist, I'm not an engineer, but the thing is, these ideas is better than no planning. Everything in this world comes from ideas and opinions. So what I want to emphasize to you, if I do that in my website or in my blog site, please react on how can we do these things, how can we help each other. Please do not be skeptics. Please open your mind, be broad-minded with your, especially the scientists and engineers. How did I get this brain? Because of being a child. Okay, let's stop that. Now, for example, we have only 1,000 years from now that Earth will die. Of course, if Earth will die, we will all die. And humanity will never exist. Okay? Thousands of years from now. So what can we do? Are we sitting ducks again? Are we sitting ducks again? What can we do? So, what can we do with that? What can we do with that? Okay. It's up to you, US Congress, if you will, or any nation which cannot support the NASA. Because US have so much technology that they can afford. If these people in the Middle East, wherein they are very rich in oil, will support all scientists in this world to unite as one in developing an architect. Maybe if we build an architect right now, 50 years from now, maybe there will be a Navy SEAL or any SEALs or a shark or an alligator or a crocodile who will be sent to that next Earth, after Earth. So what he will do, for example, the nearest planet from now is Mars. Of course, we all tell that Mars is only has a little of water. Now, if there is a sun, and then in that planet there is a water, what will be the output of that? So, if there is sun, there is water, what will happen? Photosynthesis. Basic photosynthesis. Wherein we can put seeds on those or any planet wherein they will live. This is any amount of water. If we can just scatter in all over the place, any amount of water that we can scatter in all place in that planet, we will live. Because if there are plants, the atmosphere will be cured or healed. Okay, it will be healed. Maybe, let's say that the destruction of Earth or the death of Earth will be 500 years from now or 1,000 years from now. What shall we do? Are we sitting ducks? That's the thing. Any astronaut that can last, like a Navy SEAL, any SEALs that can last depression and stress of being alone, or there can be pair of Navy SEALs in that space exploration, because they can stand depression, stress. That's the thing. So, Congress, I want you to unite with other mission to slowly kill the earth. So, that's the thing. Also now, here. What else? Another idea of mine. Those newspapers. Okay? Come on. Where do these newspapers came from? Please, do not kill me. Do not assassinate me using those paper mills. Please. So we can save much trees. How can we save much trees? By making the newspapers in the internet. So, maybe the cutting of trees will be declined into 25% or 30%. So now, how can we earn money using the internet? Subscribe from these newspapers. Subscribe from this media. So this Manila Bulletin, All Bulletin, Inquirer, Editing Pills, the Philippine Star, New York Times, Fox News, everything. CNN, BBC, all of these things, newspapers, wherein we will just subscribe to them using an ATM card, wherein also we can subscribe to these newspapers using what? Using, for example, like PayPal, like that. Or any Western Union, like that, or any Cebuana Luiler, wherein we can pay the subscription for those newspapers. Okay? That's the thing. So writers will not be bankrupt. There's still many reporters and journalists with which this Fox News, BBC can give to those journalists. So because all of us needs to feed our children, our family. So how can we earn money if it will be just free? That's the thing. It will eliminate the destruction of the trees. I estimate 30%. So we will not anymore cut the trees into many pieces. That's the thing. Okay, that's my first lecture from now. I know I have a website here, a blog site. Again, The Art of Life. The new book, Dash Art of Life. Because you have to use colon because there's a port. Again, the new book, Dash Art of Life. Come on, I am insane. I am just insane. I am just crazy of all these ideas. But the thing that is good for me is the EQ, not the IQ. I read so much in the internet. That's the thing. To those paper mills, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Even if you kill me right now, or maybe if you put ice candy in my ears. Sorry. Just to save our natural resources. Put all the newspapers in the internet. Just so the people will subscribe on the internet. Okay, that's all. That's all for now. Peace. E-peace. Masterpiece. Peace, all of you. Peace. Okay, that's it. Adjourn. Thank you. "19 minutes. What should I do? Paano ba inihinto to?